Hello YouTube, Killer's Kills here, bringing you another Oldschool Runescape guide. If you haven't noticed by the title page here, I am doing an Abyssal Demon Slayer task. In this guide I will be showing you how to get there and what requirements and gear setup and inventory setup you need to get there, and I will be showing you two certain locations of where you can actually kill these. So as you can see from the image on screen, you do require 85 Slayer to even be able to kill Abyssal Demons. General info, 124 combat level, so pretty high combat level. They do give you 150 Slayer XP per kill, which is very good XP. I do recommend having at least 70 prayer / piety. 70 plus prayer is a bonus. High level melee stats, I'd say about 85 in all plus, but by the time you've got 85 Slayer you do generally have high combat stats anyway. I'd recommend using a slash weapon such as SS, Whip or D Skim. Abyssal Demons are weak to slash, that's why they do recommend you do that. Notable drops, Abyssal Demon Head, obviously very rare, you could get lucky and get it really quick. Rune Chain Body is not too rare, it's not too bad to money wise either, and obviously the most notable drop is the Abyssal Whip. I will now show you the gear setup and the inventory setup you will need for this task. So this is the general gear setup. I will go through like alternatives to what you can have and what I've compared to what I've got, but I do highly recommend you have a Slayer mask or a black mask. Definitely if you're going to get it imbued. If you get it imbued, it's obviously better. It doesn't really matter for melee if you're imbuing it, but yep, let's go through the setups. So I do recommend Slayer Helm. Cooking Cape, you could swap that for a Fire Cape if you've got one. If you can't afford a Fury, then I do recommend at least, well, a Glory at the best. Don't go any worse than a Glory because it's just not worth it. Fighter Torso, if you haven't got one of them, I would recommend just using a Rune Plate Body or even a Barrow's Plate Body. Vrak Skirt is a very good, like the very best you can use. I don't wear Vrak Skirt, I'm not too sure why. Maybe I should, because I can start prey flicking now with piety. But if you don't have Vrak Skirts, then I'd just go with other barrows, such as Thorax Legs like I have, or even if you can't afford them, just use Rune Plate Legs, it should work. Barrow's Gloves, you should have Barrow's Gloves by now, but if you haven't, then a Combat Brace is a good alternative. Dragon Boots, you should definitely have a pair of them by now, because they're really cheap, so you might as well just buy some Dragon Boots. But if you don't have Dragon Boots, Rune Boots will work fine. Berserker Ring, I know is quite expensive. If you are going to use a Berserker Ring, do get it imbued, because it gives you an extra 4 strength bonus on the 4 it already gives. So once it's imbued, it gives you 8 strength bonus, which is really good. But if you can't afford that, then a Warrior Ring is a great alternative because it's very cheap. And yep, I will now show you the inventory setup. So this is the general setup I use when I go to fight Abyssal Demons. I have my full guffins. If you don't have full guffins, then you'll have to take a full inventory of food. Guffins does save you money in the long run, and it is worth buying if you haven't got it. If you can afford it, definitely buy it. Then you take your super strengths and your super attacks. You can take as many as you like, depending on how long you want to stay there or how long your task is and such. But I normally just take 2 3-dose pots of strength and attack, and then your Slayer Ring for a quick teleport out, and then 2 or 3 emergency foods just in case your guffin starts failing. But yep, I'll be back and I'll show you the way to get to certain locations for the Abyssal Demons. So once you are at bank, I do recommend having Slayer Rings. If you haven't, then just make your way to the Gnome Stronghold. That is the location I will be showing you, because it is the new Slayer Caves, well the newest Slayer Caves, it's pretty old now, but I do recommend getting the Slayer Ring, which is 75 crafting, to craft it. It is well worth it, saves so much time, but I don't recommend using the Slayer Tower, because if you've got it as a task you might as well just do it in the Gnome Stronghold. Basically what you want to do is rub your ring and teleport to the Stronghold Slayer Cave, like so. I recommend, if you haven't got a Slayer Helm, using a nose peg, because you do have to run past Abbey Spectres for the long way round, which I am showing you first, and then after this I will show you the quicker way round. So once you get in here, you basically just want to run south until you reach the Bloodvelds and run west. You will pass more Bloodvelds, Hellhounds, like now, Aberrant Spectres, which I say you need the nose peg for, which is like a must if you're going to run past them, because they do damage you and put your stats down to pretty much one everything. And you want to make your way past the Greater Demons, and there should be some routes to jump over. Jump over these routes here. Is it these ones? Go to the Anakus, should I say, because there should be some routes to jump over next to the Fiends, whatever you want to call them, like so. So just jump over these, and then there should be some routes to the south of the Water Fiends, and you also jump over them. Oh god, I got hit a 9. And as you can see, I am at the Abyssal Demons. That is the long way to go round. There is a quicker way, which I will show you in just a mo. Now for the quickest way to get to the Abyssal Demons in the Stronghold Slayer Cave. So what you want to do again is make your way to the Slayer Cave. You do need 67 agility with a summer pie, or 72 plus agility to get to do the quickest way. I have got 71, but because I've got 71 I use agility potion, but if you've got 67 use a summer pie. What you want to do is run to the Bloodvelds like you did before, and then take your first cut in, which south, like the south cut in, and drink your pot or eat your summer's pie, climb the mud pile, and then you want to run southwest towards the Abyssal Demons, and then there should be some roots. Then what you want to do then is just step over the roots, and that is a very quick way to get to the Abyssal Demons. I haven't got these as a task, but they do, when you are attacking, they teleport you around, so I recommend you keeping on your auto retaliate, because then you will be attacking them without like standing there without getting any hits on them while they're hitting you. And then I do recommend setting up quick prayers, which is to piety if you have got it. If not, then chivalry. If you haven't got that, then use the best prayer that gives you strength bonus and attack bonus and so on. But mine is on piety. Then what you want to do is while you're attacking, just before you hit, just tap you activate quick prayer like that. It's very simple. It uses less prayer, which means you lose less money and so on and so on. So I hope this guide really does help, and if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching, and goodbye my friends.